welcome to episode 115 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. Coming up on today's episode is the first two games of the Premier League season, where we'll be at home to Aston Villa and then away to West Ham. So let's get straight into the action, and the team to face Aston Villa is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Aston Villa, and it is Garcia in goal. Back four is Lucic, Neto, Van Zijtveld and Levine. Requena behind Diaz and Ronan in midfield. Andrich on the left, Jan Cavalcanti on the right, Van Persie up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks this is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. I'm going to agree with him. We'll pump the fists and let's go with that. And let's get into the tunnel. I've got a fantastic record against Nathaniel Klein in my career. Why do I think that is? I'm only concerned with the future. If the run ends in the next match, nobody will talk about it afterwards. Criticism that you've struggled to be as defensively secure as the board would like. Will we see any improvements? I want us to be defensively secure too. What's the mood in the dressing room? Great place to be around, and it's a lot of fun. So let's get out there and play the first match of the season. So we'll get the Premier League table up, and hopefully we can take the lead. And as you can see, Ipswich Town are already ahead, as are now Bournemouth and Chelsea. So we need to pick up, and Wolves have gone ahead as well at Old Trafford. So we need to pick up a result here. Cavalcanti's ball in, headed away. Diaz to Cavalcanti. And Diaz's shot is over the top and out for a goal kick. So far, we've not had much in the way of highlight-worthy action, but we've certainly had plenty of shots, according to the match stats. So let's see if we can turn that into a bit more danger. And right on cue, Alexander Andrich pops up to make it Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 0, half an hour gone. And we're off and running. So that should lift us into the top 6 and drop Aston Villa out of it. So it's Neto out to Levine, forward to Cavalcanti, chips it out to Andrich, Diaz into Andrich, and that's a lovely ball to Van Persie if he stayed onside, which he has. And it is Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0, 36 minutes gone. And that will take us up into the top 3. Rodriguez with the throw-in to Silva, back to Rodriguez. Finds Gomez, long ball forward. Zubizarreta hits the woodwork. It's crossed back in, headed clear. Highlight comes to an end. And that should be that for the first half. And it just about is. There you go, half-time whistle. 2-0 to the good. So let's get in the dressing room. We're doing well, no doubt about that. And in terms of changes, I think there's 2 we need. In fact, there's 3 we need to make. Ronan for Pockney. Diaz for Demar Horton, and Alexander Andrich for Harry Amas. I'll move Lucic forward and Amas back to left back, and let's go. Start the second half. Let's see if we can finish the job and get ourselves another goal or 2. And it is Levine with the throw-in, finds Pockney. Levine again, crosses it to the far post. Header back across is cleared. And Amas picks up the loose ball, finds Demar Houghton. Requena to Pockney. It's given away. And Zubizarreta has it taken off him by Van Zijtveld. Amas to Requena. Levine takes over. Out to the right wing. Finds Cavalcanti. Pockney's cross. And the shot is saved by Jonas Urbig. And out for a corner. And it is Cavalcanti's right-footed in-swinger. Header away. Partially cleared. Horton to Cavalcanti. Pulled back to Amas. Highlight comes to an end. And coming up to the hour mark. And still 2-0 to the good. Villa throw in. Rodriguez to Silva. Lucic gets in the way and brings it forward. Plays it out to Cavalcanti on the right. He finds Requena. It's played out to Amas on the left. Lucic hits the post. And it goes out for a Villa throw. So at the moment, I don't want to make any more changes if I can help it. Requena intercepts the ball. Pockney clips it out to Lucic. It's cleared. Lucic again into Van Persie, and the shot is saved. But there's an offside flag, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. And we're into the last 20 minutes. So time to start thinking about more changes. Amas now hits the crossbar and it's cleared. Not quite ready to make the changes yet, but Cavalcanti actually needs to come off. So we'll bring on Clayton Dolce, and he can come on the right hand side. It's played over the top for Levine. Levine to the byline, pulls it back for Pockney. He's taken out, but fairly, and Lucic misses the chance. Next one's going to be Requena, and that will be Matt Manley that will come on for him. Another one of our young players. So we're blooding the youngsters this season out of necessity. And that is our final change. Still 2-0. Van Zijtveld to Levine. Coming forward into the right wing position. Levine's cross. The header from Van Persie. And that is 3-0. His second goal of the match. And that absolutely wraps up the win. So into 5 added minutes. And it is Van Persie's free kick. Header away. And Levine will collect on halfway. Finds Amas. Comes forward. Amas infield. It's cleared away, but only as far as Neto. Amas into Levine. Switches to Pockney. Dolce shoots and scores. And Clayton Dolce makes it Liverpool 4. Aston Villa 0, and if there was any doubt before, there isn't now. And this is going to be the final highlight of the match. Paqueta for Aston Villa shoots straight at Garcia, and the highlight comes to an end. And there is the full-time whistle. Liverpool 4, Aston Villa 0. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it is an away game in the Premier League at West Ham. So the team that's going to go to the London Stadium is Garcia in goal, back four is Lucic, Neto, Van Zijtveld and Levine, Requena, Diaz and Ronan in midfield, Andrich on the left, Cavalcanti on the right, Van Persie up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, my assistant is recommending if you carry your last performance into this match, we'll do well. We played very well last time out, so I think I agree with him. The only question is what gesture to use with it. And I think I'm going to go hands on hips. Nope, that won't work. So we will go outstretched arms and go with that. And let's get into the tunnel. What am I doing to ensure the team picks up where it left off against Aston Villa? All about momentum. Liverpool are unbeaten in 3 matches against West Ham. How much of an edge does that give your team as kickoff approaches? We want to make sure we continue to dominate them. Can you explain why Liverpool are unchanged? It's important to allow players to develop form and consistency. So let's get out there and do that. So into the action. And hopefully we can get a nice early goal to overtake Chelsea at the top of the league table. And if any of you are familiar with my work on Twitch, you'll know that over there I am managing Chelsea. So it is very much a clash of worlds in this scenario. So Lucic now to Diaz and Andrich. Step over, and that's a great effort, but Rodriguez Hernandez makes the save and the highlight comes to an end. So far we've played well, but not had enough shots on target to actually take the lead. So hopefully we can rectify that in the second half. There it is, half time, 0-0. Let's go in the dressing room. Tell them we need to shoot more often. Or something to that effect. Keep going. We'll go with that. It's not ideal, but it'll do. And in terms of performance, Neto needs to come off. So we'll bring Matt Manley on. And also Alexander Andrich for Marcelinho or Harry Amas. I think I'm going to go with Marcelinho. And that will do for now. So let's get out into the action. Start the second half. Demand more. Because we haven't had enough shots. So let's go and get some more shots on target, please. Lucic needs to come off. So that will be for Harry Amas. And as I'm making that change, Stephen O'Brien has just given West Ham the lead on 65 minutes. It is West Ham United 1, Liverpool 0. So, yes, we'll make that change. Right, who else can come off? I think Levine. And West Ham have just hit the post. So actually I'm going to demand more before I do anything else. Cavalcanti plays it to Marcelinho. Infield is Diaz. Amas running down the left wing. Plays it through the legs of the West Ham player. Diaz pulls it back. And O'Brien blocks the shot for a corner. And I think I'm going to have to take Levine off and bring on Alexandro. Requena off and bring on Pockney. So we're giving our young players more game time in a tough away game that we're losing. Suleimani to Costa, who comes forward. It's played into Spink, down the line for Guzman. Guzman's crossfield ball. Raubstein to Pavan. It's played back to Costa. England into Suleimani. Spink's cross cleared away. Header finds only Spink though. and Rabstein's shot hits the bar, and Omar Guzman is offside. So we've got away with that one, but we are going to lose the match. And this is the final highlight. I suspect it's just the final whistle highlight. Ronan out to Amas, and Amas saves a late point for Liverpool. It is West Ham United 1, Liverpool 1, and we've played the 4 minutes of added time, so that should be that. And there is the full-time whistle, so I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time for our first look at the Premier League table then, and a win and a draw from today's episode sees us in 6th position in the early standings. The leaders, Manchester City, one of 5 teams with a perfect record. So let's have a look now at when we're going to come back, and I'm going to play quite a few games this season. I'm going to sim a lot of the season and not actually play the games, because we need to get through seasons as quickly as possible. So I'm going to come back in October and show you the home game against Manchester City and the away game against Southampton. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.